For a long time, I thought I was a good student because I studied a lot. Late nights, highlighted pages, endless rereading. And yet, every exam felt the same. Stress, short-term memory, then forgetting everything a week later. The problem wasn't effort, it was method. If you've ever studied for hours and still felt unsure, this video might save you years. Because once I learned how studying actually works, everything changed. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water, except the bucket has holes. No matter how much water you pour in, most of it leaks out. That's how most studying works. You spend hours consuming information, but your brain doesn't retain it. And the worst part? You don't notice the leak. Familiarity tricks your brain into thinking learning happened. Highlighting feels productive. Rereading feels safe. But studies show rereading has a retention rate of about 10%. That means 90% disappears. Your brain recognizes the words and says, I know this, but recognition isn't memory. It's like rewatching a movie. You know the plot, but you didn't learn how it was made. Cramming feels heroic, late nights, caffeine, panic. And yes, it sometimes works briefly, but your brain treats crammed information like junk mail. It remembers just long enough to pass the test, then deletes it. The harsh truth? Students who truly understand the material always outperform crammers in the long run. In exams, careers, and confidence. Reading, watching, listening, doing nothing with the information. That's passive studying. Imagine learning to swim by reading a book about swimming, then jumping into the pool. You drown. Learning requires struggle. If your brain isn't doing something with the information, it's not sticking. The biggest mindset shift I made was this. Studying isn't about time spent. It's about retention. Some students study 3 hours and forget everything. Others study 1 hour and remember it for years. The difference isn't intelligence. It's strategy. Real learning happens when your brain is challenged, not comforted. Here's a concept that changed everything for me. The learning pyramid. Reading gives about 10% retention. Listening? 20%. Watching? 30%. But practicing jumps to 75%. Teaching someone else? Up to 90%. If you want information to stick, you have to pull it out of your brain, not just put it in. This is my core method, active recall. Instead of rereading, I close my notes and ask myself questions. I use the Feynman technique, explaining concepts in simple words. And I test myself constantly with past questions and flashcards. Top students don't study more. They test themselves more. Your brain forgets 50% of new information within an hour. That's the forgetting curve. The solution isn't more studying, it's smarter timing. I review briefly after a few days, then again a week later. Short sessions. High impact. This turns forgetting into reinforcement. Here's the real secret. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily effort always wins over last-minute panic. The methods work, but only if you use them. If this helped you rethink how you study, like the video, share it with someone who's struggling, and subscribe for more psychology-backed learning strategies. I'll see you soon. Now go study the right way.